Next news, breaking news.
How does a congresswoman go from being broke to owning a Martha's Vineyard mansion in just 6 years? That's the question. No, I'm not talking about Ilhan Omar. I'm talking about another squad member, Ayanna Pressley. She had a negative net worth when she was elected to Congress in 2018. Today, she's sitting on assets worth up to $8 million. Her official salary, $174,000 a year. You do the math because it really doesn't add up. Her husband quit his city job 3 days before she was sworn in and suddenly started raking in up to $1 million a year in consulting fees. Where's that money coming from? Who's paying? And why is she screaming fake news when reporters dare to ask questions? See, it's not just about a corrupt politician. It's about your money, it's about your government, and a two-tiered system of justice that protects the swamp creatures while crushing ordinary Americans. While you're struggling to pay your mortgage, while your grocery bills keep climbing, while inflation eats away at your savings, Ayanna Pressley is collecting $350,000 a year in rental income from 5 properties. Remember, this is the same woman who wanted to suspend rent payments during the pandemic. She pushed policies claiming to help struggling homeowners while she was building a real estate empire. The hypocrisy is absolutely staggering, and here's what makes it even worse. Her husband, Conan Harris, served 10 years in federal prison for drug trafficking before they were married. Now he's suddenly a management consultant making up to $1 million a year. Who exactly is he consulting for? What services is he providing? These are questions that demand answers because this pattern of corruption affects every single American who plays by the rules. Speaking of Americans who play by the rules, I need to tell you about a company that's actually building something for this nation's future. This breaking news out of Washington that could change everything for American resource independence. The White House just announced over $30 billion to secure America's critical mineral supply chains. They named a specific Alaskan project as a key strategic asset for U.S. mineral independence. Now, I've been to the Vizsla copper drilling site in Canada myself. I've seen it with my own eyes. I plan on going to the Alaska site very soon, but what's happening right now is bigger than most people realize. President Trump just unveiled Project Vault. It's a $12 billion strategic minerals reserve designed to stockpile essential resources and keep America secure. While corrupt politicians like Pressley are enriching themselves, companies like Vizsla Copper are actually doing the work that strengthens our nation. Now pay attention because you can find them in the United States trading under VCUFF and in Canada as VCU.V. That's what you see on the screen there. Check the exclusive briefing that's prepared for only Next News viewers. You'll find a link below to see why this matters for America's future. Let's get back to the corruption that's bleeding our country dry. Now here's where it gets even more interesting. When a reporter confronted Pressley directly about her explosive wealth, she didn't deny it. She didn't explain it. She attacked the journalist, calling it fake news and demanding they do their homework. Well, guess what? We did the homework. Her own financial disclosure forms filed with the House of Representatives tell the entire story. These are public documents, and they show everything. The properties, the mortgages, the consulting income. It's all right there in black and white. Democrat Representative Ayanna Pressley went from a negative net worth of $8 million, went from a negative net worth to $8 million since getting elected to Congress. She's got 5 rental properties, including one in Martha's Vineyard, generating $350,000 annually from rent.
Call this income from the rental property?
Sir, I submit a financial disclosure, just like everybody else. There's nothing to see here. Thank you.
Is it appropriate for members to make so much money when they're in office? Should there be rules there? Financial disclosure reports show that the wealth of Pressley and her husband Conan Harris swelled from $12,000 in 2019 to as much as $8 million. 5 rental properties earn them up to $350,000 annually. Pressley once advocated to suspend rent during the pandemic. She pushed policies for struggling homeowners.
These little to no cost bills help people remain housed.
Pressley's husband is an ex-con who went from serving a decade in jail before they were married for drug trafficking to raking in up to $1 million a year as a business and management consultant.
There are many times where we can see that the spouse is the person who may be bringing in the most income.
Some lawmakers resist restrictions on outside earnings. Do you think that there should be changes, some different rules about what members can make while they're in office?
These are presumably right-wing reports designed to try to undermine our members' and there's nothing credible that has been suggested that I've seen.
But other members worry about their colleagues cashing in on congressional service.
The idea that people's net worth balloons at that level is yet another erosion of public trust.
There was one of the first aphorisms I learned is politics is the art of turning influence into affluence.
Now, the money also followed Pressley's fellow squad member Ilhan Omar to Congress. A House committee is probing how assets belonging to Omar's husband grew into the millions. Brett?
Chad Pergham, live on Capitol Hill. Chad, thanks. Yeah, the squad is making it in Washington, raking it in from a meager start to a dubious fortune. Ayanna Pressley's wealth raises eyebrows, but how did her husband's consulting business fit into this makeover? She goes from broke to multi-millionaire while in Congress. Oh, she's all over the web today.
This is a Fox News alert. It looks like Ilhan Omar isn't the only millionaire squad member. Now, our team dug into open secrets and financial disclosure reports. What we found is that when Ayanna Pressley was elected to Congress back in 2018, she had a negative net worth. You fast forward to today, she's worth $1.3 million with assets worth up to $8 million. Now, that's a massive increase in just 6 years, especially for someone on a $174,000 congressional salary. It's impressive, really, but how did she do it? Well, part of its property in 2024, Pressley reported owning a Martha's Vineyard rental worth up to $5 million, as well as multiple Boston rentals worth up to $1 million each. Now, for context, back in 2019, she only reported owning one property in Boston. We're also learning days before Pressley was sworn into Congress, her husband quit his $92,000 annual Boston City Hall job to start his own consulting firm called Conan Harris and Associates. And as we read more of the Congresswoman's financial disclosure reports, we learn that her husband also saw his income jump while he was in Washington. His client list consists of some government organizations, including one with deep ties to the Obama Foundation. But as he started his firm and seeked new clients, he faced ethics concerns because of Pressley's job in Congress. Quote, as Harris's days dwindled in the city's Office of Public Safety, he used his city-issued email account to pitch Walsh's chief of staff.
Yeah, it's all dirty. It's all connected. We dive deeper into the assets, but her public dismissals wave us all away. And here we have, again, Allison Steinberg on the case, Lindell TV, confronting Democrat Representative Ayanna Pressley, being questioned about her net worth being negative before entering Congress.
You're here today talking about affordability. What do you have to say to Americans who are concerned about the fact that you went into Congress with a negative net worth and now you're reportedly worth over $8 million? No comment?
I wish you people would stop reporting fake news. You don't know anything about me and my life. I was raised in a single-parent home. Every single thing my family and I have, we have earned. And you are reporting fake news.
Well,
and you should be asking, well, do your homework. That's how you get clarity.
What should I be asking?
You should do your homework, and that's how you get clarity, okay? That's how you get clarity. Do your homework.
Do your homework. Do your homework, she says. I grew up in a single-family house. I'm a victim. Well, the skepticism grows as officials piece together the financial jigsaw puzzles. Are there deeper legal ripples hiding in plain sight? The reporter should have shown up with Pressley's public financial disclosures, which proved the reporter is right. Hardly any assets in 2018, but suddenly Pressley's mysteriously owning several expensive properties after she's in Congress. Here is the financial disclosure report for your edification. Here we have the annual report. And there's Conan and Harris and Associates. Conan Harris and Associates. Oh, yeah. Look at that figure. $101,000 to $1 million. Oh, but that's only one slice of the pie. There's actually 4 slides here. So we've got this financial disclosure. Here we have the rental properties right here. You can see them all. Here are the receipts. If you don't trust the graphics from the news, I'll show you the paper. And it's right here. for your edification. Schedule D liabilities, Chase Bank, Bluestone, Wells Fargo, United Wholesale Mortgage, Crowd Lending, mortgage on primary residence, mortgage on rental, mortgage on personal, mortgage on primary. Yeah. I wonder what she's doing to get all that money. Pre-Congress, Conan Harris worked in Boston city government, specifically as Deputy Director for Public Safety under Mayor Martin Walsh, as headed by the My Brother's Keeper program. Reported salary was $92,000 to $92,500. Post 2019, 3 days before Pressley was sworn in as U.S. Rep, Harris resigned from his city job, launching Conan Harris Associates. The early years started low, next to nothing in some descriptions, and reportedly $148,000 in one early filing. By 2021, reports indicate reaching upwards of $300,000 and $350,000. By 2024, the firm's reported income ranged all the way up to $1 million. So you tell me, what's going on here? Because the receipts, they tell the whole story. This is what the swamp looks like, America. This is how Washington works. A progressive Democrat who lectures you about economic justice, who preaches about affordable housing, who demands more of your tax dollars to solve inequality. She's been building a multi-million-dollar real estate portfolio the entire time. Her husband goes from prison inmate to million-dollar consultant in record time. And we're supposed to believe it's all legitimate? First Eric Swalwell, then Ilhan Omar, now Ayanna Pressley. The squad isn't fighting for working Americans. They're fleecing working Americans. And under President Trump's administration, the days of looking the other way are over. It's time for investigations. It's time for accountability. And it is time for justice. So the evidence is sitting in public disclosure forms for anyone to see. I just showed them to you. The question now is whether Congress and the DOJ will finally do something about it. Ayanna Pressley owes the American people an explanation, not deflection, not attacks on journalists, but real answers about how she turned a congressional salary into an $8 million fortune. So share this video with everyone you know. The mainstream media won't cover this corruption, so we have to. Because you made it to the end of the video, text raw feed 844-840-4963. That's how we maintain a direct line of communication when the notifications from YouTube never arrive. Over 1,500 of you are now privy to the information that we send exclusively to this list, and you need to be on it too. So text raw feed 844-840-4963. I'll ask you a question. Do you think Pressley should be investigated? Yes or no? And make sure you are subscribed and you hit that notification bell so you never miss our reports on swamp corruption. While you're at it, check out the Next News merch shelf below this video to show your support for independent journalism. For the Next News Network, I'm Gary Franchi. Thanks for watching. As always, stay informed and stay free.
The system controls information. Information control is power. I don't want you to see this. The truth only survives together. They don't want this shared. Share this now.